Welcome. Today we're going to open the hips to soften the places where we hold old stories about our worth and to clear space for giving and receiving love. So come to a seat, have a tall spine, rest your hands on your thighs. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Let the ground hold you. You're allowed to be supported. Let the breath guide you into places that feel closed. Whisper internally, I am safe to open here. Creating an environment where you feel at home with yourself, where you no longer have to hide away or tuck away difficult times, memories, feelings. Prepare to loosen up through your neck. Inhale, place your hands at the side of the hips, and exhale, lower the left ear to left shoulder. Then inhale, center, and exhale, lower right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, center, then exhale, lift the chin up to the sky, stretch your throat. Inhale, exhale, option to bring the right ear to right shoulder as your chin is lifted, and then inhale, center, and exhale, left ear to left shoulder with the chin lifted. Inhale, center, exhale, chin to chest. Let your head drop down. Feel a stretch in the back of the head. Then inhale, center, and exhale, turn over to your right shoulder. Drop the chin to the shoulder, and then inhale, center, and switch. You'll bring your chin to the left shoulder. Look down and up. Inhale, begin some torso circles when you come back to center. So start to roll forward in a clockwise direction and then a counterclockwise direction. And with each circle, just allowing yourself to further open up into these old stories and hold a safe space for them. Inhale, center, exhale, bound angle pose. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees come out to the side and butterfly the knees up and down a few times. When you feel settled into this hip opener, inhale, and then exhale, option to fold forward over the feet. Inhale, you can come to center. And the hips store emotions. They store protection and old patterns. And so today we release what isn't ours to hold any longer. You may stay here and breathe into the hips for several cycles. You can bring the heels closer to the groin or further away from the groin, depending on the intensity that you want to open today. And then inhale, bring your knees to center and close them like a book. Exhale, come onto the hands and knees. And then inhale. You know what we're going to do? Let's actually sit on our bum and bring the legs out in front of us. So inhale, exhale, seated figure 4. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Option 2, windshield wiper the legs side to side, letting them fall left and right to help you open a little bit more. And as you open your outer hip, imagine opening space for receiving more love. Now your leg may be closer to your chest, your knee may be closer to your chest. So just notice where you're at. And then inhale, let's switch. Exhale, figure 4 across the right ankle over the left thigh, windshield wiper the legs open. And I guess what I was trying to get to is that your left knee may be bent or more straight, and your right knee may be more out to the side, or it might be closer to the center, depending on how open your hips have, or the openness your hips have for today. Now take a moment to find stillness if that feels nice here for you. And then you can also say, I welcome love from myself first, right? So what we give ourselves matters. So that way we're not trying to give from an empty cup. Now when you're ready to come out, inhale, center, exhale, come on to the hands and knees. And exhale, lizard pose. So step your left foot on the outside of your left hand, drop the back knee down, and then stay on your hands or lower to your forearms. In this deep opening, breathe in self-worth. I am worthy. Exhale any belief that says you must shrink. You may not show up as you are. If you'd like, inhale, come back onto the hands. And let's add a twist here. So exhale, reach the left arm up to the sky, and then inhale, bend the elbow and bring the left elbow to the mat. Switch. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, lizard pose. Now we'll have the right foot on the outside of the right hand. Drop down to the forearms or stay on the hands if you'd like. And if you added the twist, inhale the right arm up. Exhale, bring the the right elbow down to the mat. And you can do this a few times. Now inhale, tabletop, and then go into a low squat, malasana. So this is a super deep hip opener. Your feet are going to be wide, toes in, or rather toes out, heels in, and you're going to sit low in the hips with the hands to heart. Inhale and exhale, release that down and go ahead and sit all the way on your bum. And then roll down onto your back and lay down all the way onto your spine. Now you don't need to force, we're just trying to find a softening here. Inhale, half baby, hug the left knee in and then grab the outside of the left foot. Draw the knee towards your armpit. Now you may need to grab the back of your left calf or your left thigh if grabbing the foot is just not an option today. But let this opening remind you that you are allowed to take up space. So whatever you need to do here, let that be. Inhale, switch. Exhale, hug the right knee in and find happy baby. Again, you can either grab the back of your calf, your thigh, or you grab the outside of your right foot. But as you are holding here, you can then just hug both knees in and find a full happy baby, grabbing the outsides of the feet. If you want to straddle, you can let your legs go out wide and the legs are straight. I like to rock side to side, but the windows here are kind of in my way. So I tried, but couldn't fully do it. So make sure you have enough space to do what you would like to do here. And then slowly release. Receive your own warmth and receive your own forgiveness. Sometimes there are things that we hold against ourselves and we need to let them go. Now, if you haven't already, you can come into a constructive rest. So letting the knees or the feet go onto the mat, the knees touch, the feet are wider than the hips, and your arms are to your side of your body with the palms facing up. And so as you think about forgiveness here for a moment, note if there's anything that you've been holding against yourself, something that maybe you felt was your fault, or maybe you just feel like you could have done better, you hurt somebody that you cared about. Do your best to hold space here and have that acceptance for, maybe you did disappoint. You didn't show up the way you wanted to, or maybe you're looking for control in ways that are just completely out of your control. You couldn't have done anything differently. And yet that sense of, if I did do something differently, then maybe I could have had something different happen, right? We want to hold on to that sometimes. And so as you are offering forgiveness for yourself, this opens more space for love to enter. And love is an inside job. How we give it to ourselves is likely to show up in how we're going to give it in our closest relationships. A lot of times when we are around people we don't know very well, we tend to extend them the most grace. And then the people that we are around a lot more, we may criticize them or judge them harsher because we're treating them potentially the way that we would treat ourselves and holding ourselves to maybe some unrealistic expectations. And so just be mindful of that if that's happening. And if you'd like to slowly come out, inhale, reach your arms overhead and then give yourself a hug. And, you can stay here as long as you'd like. You don't have to come out. But if you're ready to come out, rock and roll up to a seat. Finding a tall spine once more. You can repeat to yourself, I am worthy of comfort. I am worthy of love. And I am worthy of being seen. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. If you found this helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share with someone who might need a little calm today. See you next time.